Think about the last time you almost filmed a video. Maybe you set your camera up and found a decent spot by the window, press record, and then something happened. Your heart started racing. You watched yourself on that little screen and thought, I look ridiculous. Or you got 3 words in, stumbled, and decided you try again tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. I know this story, not because I've watched other agents live it, but because I lived it myself. I am someone who avoided creating videos. I was uncomfortable, I was shy, and really I was in my own head. And I'm going to tell you exactly why that happened and more importantly, how it stops. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you're going to understand something that most coaches will never tell you. Your camera fear has nothing to do with how you look, how you sound, or whether you're cut out for video. And once you know what it actually is, you'll have the power to change it. I'm Renee, your Be Confidence on Camera coach. I help real estate agents tackle their camera shyness and build camera confidence. If you're ready to stop fearing and start creating, then you need my 5 camera confident hacks. Just click the link in the description down below to download your copy. Let's jump into why real estate agents are terrified of video. Here's the first thing I need to address because it's the biggest lie the industry tells camera shy agents. You just need more confidence. No, you don't. Confidence is not a prerequisite for action. It is a result of action. You don't get confident first and then press record. You press record over and over and confidence follows. The reason most agents never make it to video number 10 or even video number 1 is because they've been told to wait until they feel they're ready. But feeling ready is a trap. The camera will always feel a little scary. What changes is your relationship with that feeling. So if this isn't a confidence problem, what is it? It's a psychology problem. And today I'm going to walk you through the 5 specific psychological patterns I see over and over in the agents I coach. Because the moment you can name what's happening inside your head, you can start to change it. Fear number 1 is what I call the perfection trap. It is the agent who scripts everything, does 14 takes, watches the playback, cringes at the sound of their own voice, decides none of them are good enough, and posts nothing. Here's where this comes from. We are conditioned from the time we scroll through social media to compare our unedited, emphasis on unedited, reality to someone else's polished highlight reel. You see a seasoned YouTuber with thousands of subscribers and professional lighting and a perfectly edited video, and you think, I can't compare with that. But here's what you're not seeing. Their video number 1, what it took for them to create their first video, their nervous intro that they almost didn't post, the 47 takes that ended up in the trash before they found their rhythm. Nobody starts polished. Everyone starts awkward. The difference between agents who succeed at video and agents who don't is not talent, it's tolerance for imperfection. The mindset shift I give every single client for this one is simple. Stop asking, is this good enough? And start asking, is this helpful enough? Your buyers and sellers are not watching your video to critique your lighting. They're watching because they have a question and they want an answer. A slightly imperfect video that actually answers their question is worth 1,000 perfect videos you never posted. Done is better than perfect every single time. Fear number 2 is what I call the judgment spiral. This is the agent who says, what will people think of me? And I'm not just talking about strangers on the internet. I'm talking about their peers, their colleagues at their brokerage, their past clients, their mother-in-law, their relatives, their neighbor who they see at the mailbox. The fear is if I put myself out there and it doesn't land, everyone will know and I'll be embarrassed. There's a concept in psychology called the spotlight effect. It's our proven tendency to believe that other people are paying far more attention to us than they actually are. Studies show that we overestimate how much others notice us by nearly 50%. Here's the truth. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to spend any real time judging you. And the small percentage who do judge, they were never going to be your clients anyway. I want you to try something right now. Think about a video you watched this past week, just one. Did you spend any real time after watching it thinking critically about the creator's appearance, their voice, their setup? I bet not. You're focused on the information. You were thinking about how it applied to you. Your audience is doing the same thing. They're thinking about themselves, their house hunt, their listing questions, their fear about the market. You are the vehicle for the information they need, not the subject of their judgment. When I finally understood this, it changed how I showed up on camera completely. My job isn't to perform, my job is to serve. Fear number 3 is probably the one that hits the deepest. This is imposter syndrome, and in the world of real estate, it sounds something like this. Who am I to be making videos? There are agents with more experience, there are people with better cameras, better markets, more sales. Why would anyone listen to me? I hear this almost every week in my coaching calls, and every time my response is the same. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know more than the person you're talking to. If you helped one buyer navigate a competitive offer situation, you have knowledge that a first-time home buyer is desperately seeking. If you've walked one seller through the emotional process of letting go of a family home, you have experience that another seller is actively searching YouTube right now. You're already an expert. You've been doing the work in the field with real clients and in real transactions. The camera doesn't make you an authority. Your experience already did that. The camera just helps more people find out about it. Here's the framework I use with every agent I coach. You're not putting yourself on display. You're putting your expertise on display. And withholding that expertise from people who need it, that's actually a selfish choice. Every day you don't post a video, there's a first-time buyer in your market who Googled a question and got sent to some generic national website that has nothing to do with their specific neighborhood or their specific situation. You could have been the answer and you chose not to show up. Now, I say that with grace and love because I said it to myself for years, but it's the truth. Your community needs you on camera. Fear number 4 is what I call the tech overwhelm freeze. This one is sneaky because it disguises itself as a practical problem when it's actually an emotional one. It sounds like, I'll start filming when I have better equipment, or I need to learn how to edit first, or I don't even know what microphone to use, so I'll wait until I figure it out. These feel like reasonable excuses. They're not. They're fear wearing the costume of logistics. Up until last month, I filmed all of my videos on my phone. I did buy a ring light and a mic, but natural light and your earbuds will do. In any event, nobody cared about my equipment. You know what they cared about? The information. Here's what I learned from coaching agents through their first videos. Equipment never matters as much as you think it does before you start, and it matters even less once you do. The phone in your pocket right now is capable of producing a YouTube video that generates real estate leads. The voice coming out of your mouth, the one that walks clients through the most important financial decision of their lives, is more than good enough to carry a video. You do not need to learn everything before you start. You need to start so you can learn everything. One piece of equipment I will recommend, not because you need it, but because it removes a big mental block: a ring light. $30 to $60. It fixes 80% of lighting issues, and when you look good on screen, you feel better pressing record. That confidence feedback loop is real and it matters. But even that is optional. Start now, upgrade later. And fear number 5, the one I personally lived in the longest, is what I call the "I'll start when I'm ready" lie. This is the agent who has been meaning to start their YouTube channel for 2 years, who keeps saving video ideas in their notes app, and who watches other agents post videos and thinks, "I could do that," and then doesn't. Ready is a myth. I need you to hear that. There is no future version of you that magically wakes up one morning feeling comfortable on camera, free from judgment, and fully equipped with technical skills to produce a perfect video. That person does not exist. It will never exist. What does exist is a version of you who has pressed record so many times that the fear has shrunk down to a manageable size. That version of you is built through repetition, not through waiting. I teach all of my clients what I call the 10 video rule. Here's how it works. Your first video will feel awkward. That's not a bug. That's just the process. By video 5, you'll notice you're not stumbling over your words as much. By video 10, you'll watch your first video and barely recognize the person in it because you'll have grown that much in just 10 repetitions. Camera confidence is a skill, not a personality trait. You're not born with it or without it. You build it one video at a time. And the only thing standing between you and that version of yourself is the first press of the record button. So I want to close with something that genuinely changed my life, not just my video strategy, but the way I think about showing up in my business. Every single fear I've talked about today, the perfectionism, the judgment, the imposter syndrome, the tech freeze, the waiting, every single one of them has one thing in common. They're all centered around you. How you look, what people think of you, whether you're good enough, whether you're ready. The shift that unlocked everything for me and for nearly every agent I've coached is this. Stop making it about you. Stop making the video about you. Make it about them. There's a buyer in your market who is terrified of making the wrong decision. There's a seller who doesn't understand what's happening to their home's value. There's a first-generation home buyer or homeowner who has nobody in their family to walk them through the process. And you have the answers they're searching for right now on YouTube, on Google, on every AI search engine that is pulling video content into its results. Every time you don't post, that person finds someone else or finds nothing and stays stuck. You're not a performer, you are a guide, and your camera isn't a spotlight, it's a bridge between your expertise and the people who desperately need it. When I finally made that shift from how do I look to who does this serve, the camera fear didn't disappear overnight, but it stopped being the loudest voice in the room. The people I could help became louder, and that changed everything. Okay, so here's your challenge for this week, and I want you to take it seriously. I want you to film just one video. Don't post it, just film it. Pick any topic you know, a question you get asked every week, a myth about your market, a quick tip for buyers or sellers. Set up wherever you are right now, press record, and talk for 60 seconds. Then watch it back. Not to judge it, but to observe it. Notice what came naturally. Notice what felt hard. That's the data for video 2. If you want help with that, if you want someone in your corner who has been exactly where you are and knows how to get you to the other side, I work with agents, real estate agents, one-on-one to build their camera confidence and their video strategy from the ground up. Now there's a link in the description to download my free guide, 5 Camera to Confident Hacks for Real Estate Agents, a great first step if you're not quite sure if you're ready for coaching yet. And if you know you're ready to stop waiting and start creating that is, there's also a link to book a free 15-minute strategy call with me. No pressure, just a real conversation about where you are and where you want to be. Now, if this video helped you today, even if one thing I said made you feel seen, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps more camera shy agents find this channel, and that is exactly the person I built it for. Now, drop a comment and tell me which one of the 5 fears hit closest to home for you. I'm Renee, your camera confidence coach, and I'll see you in the next video.